Today's news about 5th grade is about generosity.
Let's go see how CAE staff and students feel about generosity.
Makaya and Jaden, tell me about what you think about generosity.
Generosity means when you ask somebody for one of their grants and they say make sure when you're done you give it back and you give it back.
What do you think?
Generosity means if somebody falls and you pick up and if you help them up, that's generosity. Or if somebody don't have something, you have something that they want, you can give it back. I mean, you can let them use it.
And Jocelyn and Marcellus. So tell me about one time when you showed generosity.
I showed generosity when I gave my friend something. She said she was gonna give it back. She was gonna give me something in return, but I said no, you can keep it.
Marcellus?
One time when me and my cousin playing basketball, he didn't really get to have the basketball, so I gave it to him, and I said, you can have it. I don't want it. I was dating, and tell me something that you know about generosity.
Generosity is giving someone or like giving them some of your time. Generosity is when you give somebody something without expecting anything in return.
Can you guys think of a time when somebody was generous to you?
My friend Darnell had given me a pencil when I didn't have one. My mom's generous to me. She provides a home for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's a bulletin board created by Miss Shelley's 5th grade friends where they talked about being generous with their time. And there are pictures of them showing generosity. Good. Can you tell us about a time when you were generous to somebody, when you showed generosity?
When I had a pencil and so nobody had a pencil, I let somebody use it, and then when she wanted to give it back to me, I let her have it.
Okay, great. Tell them thank you.
Thank you.
My friend Martez from 2nd grade. How do you feel about generosity?
I feel great about generosity because it's good that you can do, like you can help people and you can do something your teacher don't ask you to do it. So yeah, I feel good.
This is Mr. Tyson. How do you feel about generosity?
Hey friends, listen. Generosity is when you are giving of yourself for someone else without expecting anything in return.
Hi, who are you?
I'm Erica.
When was the time someone was generous to you?
My friend Samia had helped me up when I had fell down.
Oh, that is generous. Dewan, can you tell us about a time when someone was generous to you or you were generous to them?
A time when somebody was generous to me is when I was crying, they cheered me up.
Oh, so they were generous with their time. This is Deanne, and she's in Miss Huber's kindergarten class. When was a time when somebody was generous to you?
Yesterday.
Yesterday? What happened yesterday when they were generous to you?
My brothers gave me something.
Your brothers gave you something? That is generous. Is Miss Huber generous to you? She is. Tell me about a time when Miss Huber was generous.
She always when I be good and she give me a sticker.
She gave you a sticker? Then you must have been making good choices. Okay, Deanne, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why is generosity important as a virtue in the world? What do you think, Jakara?
Generosity is important because when homeless don't have food or clothes, we can always donate it to them.
Oh, that's great.
I think we have generosity because when people don't live in a house, like people like get them food or cans like we do in Citizen Academy East, we was collecting cans for the homeless people.
Right, that shows that our CAE family has been generous. Here we have Jeremiah. What are you thinking?
Generosity is good with and somebody else and somebody like they need, like they start like they passing out and somebody there for the rescue to help them.
Oh, like rescue work, like rescue people, like fire and ambulance people?
Yeah.
Definitely, yes. That's important.
Generosity is the quality of being kind and generous, giving to others.
You can be generous in your time, valuables, and feelings.